My name is Hannah. My name is Hannah, and this is my beauty budget. Hey y'all, welcome to week 2 of opening my makeup advent calendar. Before I forget, I want to address a couple of things. Before I forget and before I jump into the meat of the video and open, I guess it would be the day 8 package. Some of you on the comments of the week 1 video expressed confusion about why I'm opening the advent calendar so early, because traditionally advent calendars start on the 1st of December. And that is simply because I'm going to be traveling for the holidays at the end of December, and I don't have my exact travel plans yet, but I wanted to make sure that I started opening the packages early enough so that the whole project will be over well in advance of me departing for the holiday travel. So I just decided to start as soon as it was ready, and I know it's like basically half a month early, or 10 days early, but it's a non-traditional advent calendar in pretty much every single way. I mean, there's only 21 packages, goodness gracious. So it's more just about using the concept of the advent calendar and the way that it's applied to makeup to facilitate like excitement with my collection, etc., etc. I'm very not wedded to the traditional advent calendar, as you can probably tell. And then the other concern that I saw in those comments was about waste and packaging, and I just want to assure you that I'm saving all of the wrapping paper. When I purchased the 2 rolls of wrapping paper for this project, I considered that to be like the 2 rolls of wrapping paper that I was purchasing for wrapping holiday presents. Every year I get a little bit of nice wrapping paper and I use it to wrap up presents for my friends and family, and I am going to be reusing all of the wrapping paper that I'm using here. I'm trying to be careful when I open it. Sometimes I tore one of these little bags, but I specifically got these cute little bags because they're really, really cute and I'm looking forward to reusing them. So I'm not like wasting all of the paper and boxes and all of that. It's going to be repurposed, and I'm saving it like in a box right here behind my desk for that very reason. Now that those 2 housekeeping items are out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. All right, here is the number 8 package. It's shaped like a lipsticky type thing, but it feels very heavy, and I, again, have no idea what it could be. I see Joe in his underwear. It's Tom Ford Wild Ginger. No wonder it was so heavy, because it is a rather luxe lipstick case. Gosh, I don't know if I realized though that it was that heavy. Like the package felt, if you had told me that Tom Ford Wild Ginger was in that package when I was just feeling the weight, I would have been like, no lipstick is that heavy. But wow, it is. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna put some makeup on the rest of my face. So here's what happened. I got really carried away with my eye look. I'm testing out this Ash and Ember eye soot from Rituel de Fille. It's in the shade Cultist, and it's in the Purgatory box right now. I'm trying to decide if it's something that I want to keep long term, and I started putting it on my eyes, and then I just kept smoking it out and smoking it out and smoking it out, and I ended up with a really, really smudgy, sooty eye look, which I love, but it's not something that I would pair with like a bold red lip. So to balance it out, I ended up going in with Wild Ginger on top of some lip balm. So it's kind of like a stainy, smudgy, almost like a watery in quality application of this. And I actually think it works. It makes them both look kind of casual, both the eye look and the lip look, instead of it looking kind of like overdone and formal. And on the rest of my face, I just kept it to a bit of concealer. I tapped a tiny bit of ColourPop Spoon, the Super Shock, over top of the very tips of my cheekbones, mostly just to help melt my mole, my like reapplication of my mole back into my skin. So I did it on both cheeks, but I really didn't put any like discernible color or powder anywhere on my face, and I feel like that also helps to make the look more daytime appropriate and a little bit less like I tried too hard, if that makes sense. So that's it. This is the look for today, and I will be back tomorrow to open the day 9 advent package. Good morning. It's day 2 of week 2, which makes it day 9. I'm so good at math today on day 9. And Joe is finishing up the dishes and listening to a funny podcast, so you might hear him banging and cackling around in the background. But I am going to find the day 9 Advent package and open it up. Yay! Oh, thank goodness. This is the thing. This is the thing that I've missed the most. It's my Rowan quad, which Julia perhaps accidentally, cruelly wrapped up in the advent calendar. And it lives on top of my vanity. Like, this is my most reached for kind of like non-base makeup product. And I've been like keeping my fingers crossed that it was towards the beginning and not towards the end. So I'm really, really glad that this is once again back in my clutches. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop on a quick eye look with this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be reunited with my Rowan quad. I forgot that what I've been doing is like putting the product on mostly on camera. I realized I didn't do that yesterday with the Tom Ford lipstick either, but I'll try to remember to do it for the rest of the week. And it's too bad because it would have been good with this. I feel like the thing about this that's part of what makes it so extraordinary is how easy it is to apply. So I just went, as soon as I turned off the camera, I just like went in with my fingers and I was like pat, 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 smudge, smudge, smudge. I used a little bit of a brush on the lower lash line, but for the most part, it was like so quick. And that's what I love about this, because then it has that, I don't know, I was going to say sophisticated shine, but I feel like it's even subtler of a look than that because there's a chicness about it. It's not just about sophistication. It's just, I really, really, really love the effect of this. I'll give you a close-up. And I'll tell you, because I'm going to show you my cheeks too. I put Roosevelt ColourPop cream blush that I've been loving on my cheeks, and then I tapped a little bit of FaceTime, which is the red in here, the red orange. That's the color that I mostly used on my eyes. I pretty much used all four of them on my eyes, which I frequently do. I'll use like one as the main color and then I'll kind of smudge all the other ones in. So for this look, FaceTime is the main color, but then I did smudge in some of the brown, some of the sort of bronzy gold, and some of the bright gold on my brow bone. And then I used some of FaceTime, the red with the micas in it, on the very tips of my cheekbones to intensify that blushy look. Because of my hooded eyes, I will get some creasing throughout the day with these cream shadows. What I do when I'm wearing them is every couple of hours, I just tap my lids with my fingers. I don't even have to look in the mirror, and I can feel that it kind of just smooths it out and taps it out. The look itself is not very graphic. I mean, that's like an understatement. The look itself is not graphic at all. It is smudgy. It was originally applied with the fingers, so using my fingers to sort of smush it out and even it out, it doesn't disrupt the look at all. It just kind of like contributes to it. And then they do stay for a while. It's not like they start creasing right away. They usually, the creases that I would want to tap out show up after like 3 hours or something, but it is literally the work of a moment to tap them out. And then even if it starts to kind of melt and move and smudge a little bit as the day progresses, I never mind that. And when I'm wearing these, I honestly always feel like I look even better at the end of the day than I did at the beginning of the day, because it looks so lived in, so natural, so carefree, and yet there's this sort of underlying sense of elegant glamour. I'm just a big fan of these, as you guys know. So yay, this was my favorite day. I know I seem a little low energy. I'm not feeling the best today. Yesterday was, it didn't go as planned. I never even made it to the studio. It's just some morning meetings and calls got out of hand, and then I had to be somewhere in the late afternoon, and so I've got a lot on my plate today. But in my heart, I'm singing about this because I missed it. So this is interesting. I feel like this is the day that has put the finest, I feel like this is the day on which this project has kind of put the finest point on my existing relationship with things by giving me back something, the thing that I had missed the most. And I know that two of my Natasha Denona palettes are missing. Like the gold palette and the star palette are in that box somewhere. I immediately noticed that they were missing when I sat down after Julia left. But there hasn't been a single day when I've been like, I really, really need the gold palette today. I'm so mad that it's missing. But almost every day, that's how I felt about this. I've been like, what am I going to use instead of my Rowan shadows? So, all right, I'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Good morning. Good morning. I am here to open the next advent calendar package, and I can't remember what day it is. Let me look in the box. Is it day 10? It must be day 10 because Monday was day 8, Tuesday was day 9, and today is Wednesday. So if it's day 10, then I'm opening this big package. I feel like this is the biggest one I've ever opened. Oh, I've been wondering where this was. It's the Sahara Alter Ego palette. So it's Alter Ego's dupe for the Natasha Denona Biba palette. And as you can see, I get a lot of use out of this, especially these two shades, Bronze and Slate. Slate is this kind of, I don't know, it's almost like a cream to powder elephant gray that is a really special kind of mid cool toned color. I always reach for this when I'm thinking about that kind of eye look. And then Bronze has been like my go-to bronze. How exciting. All right, I think, okay, I'll do what I said I was gonna do. I'll put the rest of my base makeup on and then I'll come back and I'll put this on camera. I'll like put the eye look on camera because it'll take a little extra time, but I know that I said I was gonna try to start doing that more for this week's video. Be right back. I'm back. I feel like you guys know what I'm going to say in terms of my complexion. I have just a little bit of concealer on my face and that's it. But on my cheeks, I have ColourPop Roosevelt. I also put it on my lips, which is something I really like to do. I like to use this on like lips, cheeks, and eyes, kind of in the way of the original NARS multiple stick. That's kind of how I think of these ColourPop blush sticks. So I have on ColourPop Roosevelt, but today, for the first time, I layered on top of it this cream, well, it's supposed to be a jelly highlighter, but to me it's more like a paste. It's the Jelly highlighter by Holika Holika. This just came to me yesterday in a PR package from Yes Style, and I can't give you a review yet because this is my first day wearing it, although I did try it on last night in makeup playtime. But so far I'm very excited. I have high hopes for this because, as you can see, it's really gleaming and sheeny. And it's got a beautiful liquid quality that I can blend out with a brush and blend into cream products, but then it does dry down, unlike the other kind of sheeny highlighters that are in a cream formula that I've been liking lately. So I will report back about how that goes, but that's kind of on my face everywhere. I have Roosevelt, even my Cupid's bow a little bit, cheeks, nose, etc. I also lined my eyes with an eyeliner. I'm gonna build a look with this around that. What should we do? I'm tempted to go for just my regular all over the lid bronze look, but for the sake of variety, I'm actually going to go in with Sierra, which is this reddish, it's like a rosewood red right in the middle. It looks like it's that cream to powder formula also. And I'm going to lay that down first, and then I'm going to go on top of it with bronze and just smudge it all out. So when I started building that reddish shadow Sierra on my lids, it was like everything was like dry and slippy and dusty, and it started getting really patchy, and I was so confused because I've used these shadows a bunch of times and it's never happened. And then I remembered that I forgot to put on eye primer today. So it clearly makes a huge difference, especially I think with those sort of dry, like slick powder formulas. It had nothing to grip onto and it made it kind of patchy. So I feel like I ended up rescuing it. It's definitely a little bit more blown out than what I was expecting to do. I'm sure it'll look great once I put on mascara, but I am also going to go in with the Jelly cream jelly highlighter thing on my brow bone and kind of blend it down into the shadow, just because I'm really curious to see what happens, and I'm curious to see how this wears throughout the day as part of an eye look. So that was really interesting. I was able to pat the jelly highlight over top of the shadow. I thought it was gonna like really pick it up and move it around a lot and like mix with it like a gloss, because it really looks like an eye gloss. It has like a glossy effect, but it was actually fine. It laid itself down pretty easily and it didn't really move. I mean, I was able to sort of smudge and blend the shadow a little bit when I tried to, but it didn't patch. It didn't like pick up and patch the shadow. So that's kind of cool. This is like a really dramatic and weird look to be wearing to work today. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara and then I will be back to reflect. Okay, I'm back. I'm actually all dressed and ready to go, and I'm also wearing a shirt that was in the PR package from Yes Style. It's this like super oversized long white shirt that has a picture of the moon on it and it says La Luna. And the look has also kind of settled into my face over the 5 minutes that it took me to like get myself together, put on mascara, and get dressed. And I really, really like it. Let me give you a close-up. I don't know if this lighting right here is capturing kind of how gleamy it is because of the addition of this and the fact that this is now kind of like all over my face. It's like cheeks, nose, and lids, and it's all kind of blending together. There, you can see it from this distance, right? And I love this like rosewood plus bronze situation, especially with like a super flushed and highlighted cream look on the rest of the face. This was fun. This is maybe one of my favorite looks that I've come up with over the past week and a half as a result of this project. I think it was a result of the combination of this project with the fact that I'm really excited about trying out this jelly highlighter. But, you know, the project always exists within the context of my life. So that there's nothing wrong with that to me. It makes total sense. And I'm excited to see how all of these products wear. I will be back tomorrow to open the day 11 package. It's time for another advent calendar unboxing. It's Thursday and it's Thanksgiving and it's raining, and I love that for me because I can't go to work because our work building where we rent a studio is closed on holidays, and it's very cozy because of the rain. It's rare and cozy. So Joe and I are actually going over to Julia's house for Thanksgiving. She and her husband are having just a couple people over and some of their family. None of our family is in LA for Thanksgiving this year. Did I say Halloween? I don't think I did, but I feel like I was thinking Halloween. It's not Halloween. So that's fun because whatever Julia wrapped up for me for today, which is the 11th day of my 21-day advent calendar, she will see me wearing in the flesh. Let's find it. Okay, so the day 11 package is right here on top. Joe has just emerged from the bathroom like a zoo animal emerging from its cave, flossing and pacing around the apartment. Not the dance move, the dental hygiene move. It's another eyeliner. Ooh, this is a much more fun eyeliner. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. The first eyeliner that I opened in this project was very fun. It was like a chili red eyeliner, but this is the Linda Hallberg eyeliner in Avoir Flash. It's like a green eyeliner with a little bit of shimmer. So that's interesting. I think I probably, if I hadn't opened an eye product, I probably would have worn a bare eye with mascara and maybe a lip to Thanksgiving. Although if we're going to be eating, maybe that wouldn't have been the best decision. So what I'm actually going to have to do is to put on some kind of light, quick, casual, but festive eye look that features a shimmery green eyeliner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Once again today, I'm gonna put the whole thing on and then I'll come back and show it to you. It's not really fun to watch people apply eyeliner anyway. All right, I'm back and I'm dressed. This is what I'm wearing to Thanksgiving dinner, lunch day. It was really interesting with the eye look with the eyeliner because I feel like a full-on cool-toned eye look would be too much. Like, it's too much of a contrast with my natural coloring. It's something that I like to wear for more editorial moments or for photo shoots or for filming, but not for Thanksgiving dinner. So I went in with the green eyeliner and then I went in with a bronze shadow. I ended up using basically all of the eyeshadows that Julia had previously picked and wrapped, like the ones I've opened already. So I went in with the bronze from the Alter Ego Sahara palette, put that all over the lid. That formed the base of the look. And then I blended it out on my brow bone with the lightest color from my Rowan quad because it's got that really sheer, sparkly, blendable color and texture. And then it just still looked too contrasty. It looked like I was wearing a warm look with a cool eyeliner. And I know that super harsh contrast can work sometimes, but it's not really my jam. I like things to be like more layered and blended and cohesive than that. So the thing that I did finally that really held it all together was that I took Good God from this little palette. It's the JD Glow. No, this is Unexpected. It's the one that has a little bit more green and blue in it. Good God is like the purpley, unicorny white one, and this is like the grungier one. So I took Unexpected and I tapped it onto the lid and kind of up and diffused. I didn't put on like a really thick layer. I did like a really diffused sheer wash of it, and then I also blended it out on my lower lash line. Basically everywhere I had put the bronze, which is pretty coppery, I put Unexpected on top of that, and that made the whole look more iridescent, a little bit more cool toned to go with the liner, but also grungier, so that it doesn't feel like I'm wearing like a blue look. Like it's not really Intergalactic Flapper Who Party Too Hard. It's just more of like a slightly too glamorous look for Thanksgiving, but this is me. I'm living my best life. This is how it goes. And then the rest of my face, again, ColourPop Roosevelt. Again, the Gel Me highlighter from Holika Holika, which it's only the second day, but I'm like falling hard for it. And then I have almost nothing on my lips. I feel like if I were filming in this look, a red lip would be really cool, but I don't want to scare the people with whom I'm going to be eating turkey, so I kind of played it safe with the lips. I'm going to give you a close-up of the eye look because it actually turned out, it was touch and go, but it turned out really well. So you can see how, in spite of that coolness overall and that green eyeliner, it still ended up looking relatively natural and a bit grungy, which is my want. It was an interesting challenge, and I was happy to tackle it, and it turned out well. This was super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and get on with the rest of my Thanksgiving, and I'll be back tomorrow to open the day 12 advent package. These lights are really bright this morning. Hey y'all, so it's Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. I had terrible insomnia last night, so I only got a couple of hours of sleep, and then I had to sleep in a little bit. But we have a hugely full work day today. I have to finish all of the sewing that I usually finish on Thursday because we couldn't work yesterday because our building was closed. And then we have to do the photo shoot that we usually do on Friday morning, but we're gonna have to do it on Friday afternoon or evening, just whenever I get finished with the sewing. And Joe is living his best life with some dishes over there, so you might hear the music of that. Let's open the day 12 package. Things are getting a little sparse in here because we're only going up to day 21, so I guess we only have 9 days left after this. Oh yay! This is one of my favorite things that's been missing. It's the Bobbi Brown lipstick in the color. It's the Bobbi Brown crushed lip color in the color Bear. So this I noticed it was missing when I went to reach for it because it's one of my kind of most go-to lipsticks. So in the first couple of days after we made the advent calendar, I knew that there were a couple of key lipsticks missing, and I definitely noticed this one. And then I once again wished for it when I wanted to swatch it next to Lisa Eldridge Velvet Fawn. So I'll actually go ahead and do that right now because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see that. Just have to find Velvet Fawn. I think it's in one of my handbags. So right off the bat, Velvet Fawn does look more neutral, but I wasn't wrong to want to see them together. I'm glad that they don't look like they'll be spot on, but gosh, they do look like they grew on the same tree, so to speak. Whoa, actually they look really similar. Wow, they actually look way more similar on my hand swatched than they do in the bullet, because in the bullet, Bear has a little bit more like a berry or sort of a rich undertone. It looks more nude in the swatch. So there's Bobbi Brown crushed lip color in Bear, and there's Lisa Eldridge Velvet Fawn. As I suspected when I did the unboxing video, I'm not sure how clearly I talked about suspecting this, but I basically have the same lip color, which is kind of my ideal My Lips, but sort of more My Lips, but more defined. Like My Lips, but just a little bit more product-y, but not in a bad way, but just in 2 different finishes. So it's as if they're the same color, and one is quite matte and one is a little bit more of like a natural satin. Neither one has that brown undertone that I tend to like in a slightly more statement neutral nude, but both of them are kind of like undeniably perfect, and I find myself reaching for Bare constantly because of that. But sometimes I feel like that sheen that it has isn't ideal, so it's nice to know that Velvet Fawn is kind of like the matte version of that, and therefore the slightly, I don't know, the slightly kind of drier looking and less juicy version. I'm glad that I have both. How interesting. All right, I'm so excited to work this into a look today, especially because I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time, so I'm going to put on like a really, really quick, easy look, probably using a bunch of that Holika jelly highlighter because I'm so into that right now. And I will be right back to apply this with you as the finishing touch. All right, we're back, and I look extraordinarily unexciting today. All I did was I didn't even put on concealer or anything. I had some primer on, and all I did was to take that Holika Jelly Me highlighter and put it all over my cheeks and my eyes because it's kind of a test. I'm curious to see how well it will wear on my eyes because it has such a glossy look that it could be that elusive thing, which is like the product that gives the look of an eye gloss but completely dries down and doesn't smudge and smear. So we'll see how it's doing. It has completely dried down on my lids right now and on my cheeks, but I didn't even put any color cosmetics there. I just wanted to like test this product out. So I piled on a bunch of mascara, and then because my lower lashes are so long and the mascara that I'm using, the Milani Highly Rated, is so kind of gunky and thick, and it made my lashes look very splink, which I love, but because of that, it made my Bare waterline look kind of shocking. So I popped a tiny bit of Avoir Flash, the Linda Halberg eyeliner that I opened yesterday. I just popped just a really light layer of that on my eyes just to make it look a little bit less weird. Now I'm going to finish it off with Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Color in Bare. Applying that did make the skin around my mouth and on my chin look a little bit patchy and red. So I'm gonna pop on a tiny bit of concealer. So this is just the original YSL Touche Cloth. For some reason I can't find anything else, and I just pushed the button a bunch of times and too much came out. So now that I actually have it on my lips, I do feel like Bobbi Brown Bare does have a little bit more depth to it than the Lisa Eldridge lipstick. The Lisa Eldridge lipstick really does look like my lips but matter, and this kind of looks like my lips +1 or like +0.5, like it's pumped up just a little bit. It might also be that the finish, this slightly satiny, very natural looking finish, deepens the color because it doesn't have that kind of matte quality that causes light to just be absorbed rather than reflecting. The way that it reflects light makes it a little bit more lush. So now that I have it on, I actually do feel like it's a shade more different when it's on than I felt like the two of them were when I had them swatched side by side. But that could just be a feeling. I love this lip color though. I feel like because of that finish, it helps to brighten up my face. It helps to kind of make me look a little bit more alive. But it really doesn't look makeup-y, and it doesn't feel makeup-y at all either. It feels like a chapstick. So one of my all-time favorites. Perfect for today. I'm going to go ahead and get on with my day, and I will see you tomorrow morning when it's time to open package 13. Good morning, guys. By the way, Joe started a project where he's Instagramming his breakfast on stories every day for a whole year, or so he says. We're on day 3 today. We'll see how long he lasts. But if you want to see Joe's breakfast every day, make sure to follow him on Instagram. So it's Saturday morning, and once again, our work week is extending into the weekend, so it's the Poema photo shoot day. So it'll be interesting. That's the first thing I'm doing today is getting ready for the photo shoot, so I guess whatever is in the day 13 package will have to be incorporated into my photo shoot look. I'm kind of hoping it's not eyeshadow because I really want to wear the Amy Loves Makeup x Amy Hearts Beauty Alma palette for the photo shoot today. Let's open up the package and see what it is. Oh, it's little. This doesn't look like eyeshadow. Famous last words. Yay! Ooh, Julia's been packing so many eyeliners into this project, which is really cool. So this is like an old school favorite of mine. I haven't used it in a long time, so it's a really good thing to open in the advent calendar. It's the what's the brand? Ardency in Modster Supercharged eyeliner, and it's in like a sort of like an old gold. It's sort of like a rich taupey gold with glisten in it. So I can incorporate this into a look with the Amy Loves Beauty palette. That's definitely what I'll be doing. But I have a lot to do between now and when I come back on camera showing you the finished look, because I have to shower, I have to put on all of the makeup, I have to get ready to go. And I might actually film myself putting on that look today so that I can demonstrate the use of that palette. So in maybe an hour and a half, I'll be back on camera to show you the look that I ended up creating for our photo shoot for our small business, making sure to incorporate this sort of dark gold eyeliner. All right, we're back. I'm back with the full photo shoot look on my face. Everything is covered up and some of it is powdered, and I'm basically made up within an inch of my life. I'm going to zoom in and give you a close-up of the eye look. You will be able to see the eyeliner on my waterline. I think from this distance, obviously you can't really tell that that's what I've done, but I feel like it worked out really well with this look because there's not a black or a brown in this palette, so I wanted to use only this palette for this look, and I think I couldn't, because there's not a black or a brown, I couldn't smoke it out on the outer corner with like a really dark color. So it was the right choice to put kind of a mid-toned color in my waterline instead of a really dark eyeliner. So this is today's look. I feel like the makeup item that I opened in the advent calendar was a pretty good fit for what I needed to do today, which was good. I will be back tomorrow to open up the day 14 package. And tomorrow will be the last day of this week, so that's great because I'll be able to edit this video and share it with you guys. Okay, extenuating circumstances today because I literally have like 15 minutes to get out the door, and this is where we're starting from. Also, Joe is doing the dishes in a major way. Let's go ahead and grab package number 14 and open it up. I hope it's not eyeshadow because I don't really feel like, I hope it's like nothing. I hope it's nothing. I hope it's nothing because I don't feel like wearing anything to my appointment. Oh my god. It's like the opposite of nothing. It's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid Eyeshadow, and it's in like this really deep gunmetal black with glimmers, which is a product that I really love, and I'm very grateful that Lauren gave it to me. But it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to incorporate this into like the quickest makeup look ever. I have a nail appointment this morning, so I'm going to go get my nails done. But I will be back after I have done it when I'm all ready to go, and I will show you how I ended up solving this unusual problem. All right, y'all, so this is what I ended up with, and I really have to walk out my door within like 2 minutes. Really, I should have been walking out the door 2 minutes ago, but this is the last day of this week of the project, so I'm going to give you a quick outro. But before that, what I ended up doing was, the problem with putting on a quick eye look with this is that liquid shadows are always really hard for me to blend out. I just have never gotten the knack of using a brush to get a nice smooth blend, to get like a buffed out, blown out look with a liquid. It always seems to dry, there always seems to be like an edge that dries and then is hard to buff out, or if I tap it out with my finger, it always ends up making like a harsh shape. I'm just not good at doing that. So that was my concern. But I went in with my trusty Rowan quad and I took the lightest color in the quad, which is Obviously, and I just used that to obscure the edge, and I sort of buffed them together and buffed it down and some on my lower lash line, and it looks pretty grungy, but I do have that, this eye is watering a little bit, so it's getting a little patchy in the inner corner. But you can see what I'm talking about. It does look a little bit sort of like a smudgy, slept in, maybe a little bit weirdly glamorous just for like running out to do some errands in the morning, but it definitely kind of suits how I feel, which is just like right now. And it's just so fun to kind of put myself under duress to use certain products in certain situations and to kind of get back in touch with the various ways in which I can use products that I do love and just don't reach for as often or have forgotten I had, etc., etc. This is a really fun week. I feel like it was especially fun to open things that I had been missing, like the Rowan quad and the Bobbi Brown crushed lip color and to just be like, yay, my baby back again. And it has been instructive to feel the difference between opening things that I really missed and opening things that I kind of like forgot I had or haven't used in a long time. And I did want to let you guys know that after I complete the 3rd week, I think I'll film a 4th video going back through all of the 21 products and maybe doing a bit of a declutter, because I think opening things is showing me, I don't know, like what it really feels like to really like something enough to like truly want to keep it. So this might be an occasion for a declutter, at the very least like a retrospective review of the project. And that is it. I'm gonna go, and hopefully when I get back from my appointment today I can edit this video and upload it either this evening or tomorrow. I also have another video, my Sunday video that was supposed to go up today isn't done yet either. So you might be getting 2 today, 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow morning. My schedule is totally wonky right now, just because that's just how it is. It's just what's going on in my life right now. But I'll continue to deliver content, I hope, through this season. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought down below. This series continues to be so fun, and I love that some of you have done something like this. I've gotten some Instagram tags and some notes about some of you doing your own versions of advent calendars, and that makes me really happy. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself this week so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.